Zoe here, and today we're at the Combat Air Museum in Topeka, Kansas. And as we move through the museum, I'm going to be sharing 10 of my favorite study tips with you. So let's get started. So now it's time for study tip number 1, and that is using the Pomodoro timer system. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but it's where you do intervals of focused work time and then breaks in between. And so for me, I usually do 25 minutes of focused work on a specific task, and then I take a 5-minute break. And then every so often using the app, it'll give you a longer break to make sure that you're staying focused, but also giving yourself the breaks you need. And that has been a game changer for me. So I will link that down in the description below. So check it out. It really helps. And let me know down in the comments if you've used something like that before. Now it's time for study tip number 2, and that is to use an online calendar or even a paper one. I prefer online personally, but it's kind of new for me to use the online one, but I've liked it a lot better. But take your assignments in whatever learning software you're using and look at the due dates and put those due dates into your online or paper calendar, as well as any like classes or events or tests that you might have. And that will, once you look at your planner, you'll be able to see what needs to be done first. Time for study tip number 3, and that is to avoid cramming. And personally, I have done this. I have crammed and waited till the last minute. But one way that I try to prevent that cramming before a big project or test is whenever I have some time, I start. The key is starting. With a lot of projects that we procrastinate on, it's mostly because we feel overwhelmed with even just starting it. So setting yourself a timer, like one of those Pomodoro timers, or even a shorter one, just to get started on the project really helps and gives you that momentum to get going on whatever it is you need to do. Time for tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to lock in, and this relates to your studying environment. It's good to pick a place with the least amount of distractions so you don't have to worry about anything else but focus on your studies that you're doing at the time. I also enjoy playing some sort of instrumental worship music in the background. That helps me to focus and kind of drowns out any excess noise, and it makes it fun. So whatever makes it fun for you, do that. Tip number 5 is to take care of your health. This, in its prime, was a high performance jet, but if they kept working it and sending it on missions and everything and didn't maintain it daily, it wouldn't have worked well. So these high performance jets required daily maintenance, and so do you. You can't just work yourself and study and work and study without taking care of yourself. So that's why it's so important to get the rest and the sleep that you need, as well as making sure you're drinking enough water and eating nutritious food. Number 6 is to destroy every distraction from your environment, which means putting your phone away so you will not get distracted while you're studying. Tip number 7 is to be flexible. Just like this duck boat, it has functionality both in the water and on land. And as a student, it's important to have flexibility to study and get your work done no matter what the day might be like. And sometimes that means not having a strict schedule, but just using the time that you have available to get your work done. Tip number 8, if you feel exhausted, take a break, because your body's telling you that you need to rest, and rest is very important so that you can focus the best whenever it's time to do the studying. Tip number 9 is to ask for help when you need it, because everyone needs help sometimes. I would recommend checking if your school or university has a tutoring center, as personally I found that very helpful. Also, reach out to your professor, your parents, or your friends, because they are there and willing to help you. Tip number 10 is to be the top gun of your studies by having fun. Choose to learn things that you enjoy, or find ways to enjoy what you are studying. A bonus tip for you is to get hooked on whatever you're learning. Even if you don't feel like you're going to use that information in the future, still enjoy it and immerse yourself in it. For example, when taking a political science class, I listened to podcasts from a different college that I really enjoy, and that helped me to understand the information a lot better in ways that I could understand it. So immerse yourself in whatever you're learning. There you go, you're all trained for flight, at least in your studies. If you have any other tips that you use or that you found helpful, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and also that will help other viewers. Remember to like and subscribe if this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to always choose joy.